my full review and recap on my Ubbi Dubbi experience and if I think you should go or not. I attended Ubbi Dubbi Music Festival for the very first time. It was a little bit of a surprise, okay? I didn't know what I was getting myself into. I should have known better, but I didn't. We'll talk about that as we go through the video. Like always, in all of my recap and review on my festival experience, I talk about everything, the location, the venue, the crowd, the food, the music, all of it. So let's get into it. Ubbi Dubbi is a 2-day music festival held the last weekend of every April. This year it was April 26th and April 27th. And it is held in Fort Worth, Texas. Now that's near Dallas, if you're familiar with the Dallas, Texas area. For me, I live in Austin, Texas, so I just had to drive 3 hours north of Austin. It is held at a venue called Panther Island Pavilion. And I do have a walking tour of the entire venue, so go ahead and check that out there if you want to get a feel for Panther Island and see what this venue looks like. Ticket types. There are 4 different ticket types that you can get for this festival. GA, GA+, VIP, and Ubbi Dubbi VIP, I think it's what it's called. So I just got the regular GA. Here is a snapshot of everything to get an idea of like how much the ticket prices cost, what each of them offer. So by the time I bought my GA ticket, it cost me $181.24. This venue is like in downtown Fort Worth, so there are actually a bunch of accommodations nearby. So that's what me and my friend did. We stayed at the Worthington Renaissance in Fort Worth. It's about a 20-minute walk, and there were a ton of other ravers staying there as well. So it was an easy walk, felt really safe. So if you're looking to stay nearby, just check the area. There's a bunch of hotels, however, they are more expensive. Like me and my friend cut a deal, so she paid for the hotel because she got a free wristband, so all I had to do was pay for my wristband. But here's an example of the room cost, but it was just so easy to be able to walk to and from on Saturday. On Sunday, we did park on site because we were planning on driving back from Fort Worth to Austin immediately after the festival. So on Sunday, we parked on site. It's $25. I paid for that. But around the area, it appeared that there were other like little lots or street parking that you could maybe get for free or metered parking. So there are parking inside and outside of the venue. And to talk a little bit more about costs, I did make a video talking about how much I spent on my full Ubbi Dubbi weekend. You can go ahead and watch that one as well. I do a full breakdown of how much I spent on food and the festival and all the things. Lineup. I was not aware that Ubbi Dubbi was a predominantly bass festival prior to going in. Honestly, I should have known better when I looked at the lineup and only saw maybe like 6 artists that I like. But to be fair, like I don't know bass or dub artists. That's not my genre. I prefer house and techno and tech house. So honestly, like I should have known when I didn't recognize half of these names, but when I saw names like 7 Lions, which I know is melodic dubstep, or Fisher House, right? Then I thought, okay, like it's gonna be like a mixed festival maybe, but no, it's predominantly bass, and that is okay. I just was not aware of that. It was a little bit of a shock because I don't like bass music. I don't like dubstep anymore. At one point I did, but once I transitioned and crossed over, all roads lead to techno. I'm telling you, I don't feel the same way about it that I do. Take responsibility for not knowing, but like it didn't ruin my time. It was still a good time. That's what the festival is made up of, predominantly bass. Now, my favorite set of the whole weekend, which is a surprise to me, was an artist called Dimension. I've never heard of him before, but the friend I went with, Hannah, that was her set that she was excited for most all weekend, and he is a drum and bass artist, and that was actually so much fun. She played a little bit of his music in the hotel before we went, so I was like, oh, I can get down with this. Like, I like it, and he remixes so many of the other songs that I like from Armin van Buuren or from John Summit. Like, it just makes it fun. So even though it's more of like a bass vibe, like it's still super fun and easy to get down to. Also on this lineup was 7 Lions, who will always have a special place in my heart. Like, I've been listening to 7 Lions since like 2014 with grainy ass videos, like somewhere in the archives. I just don't listen to his music so much anymore because I've transitioned more to house and techno, like I've mentioned. Adventure Club did a throwback set, and then immediately after them came on 7 Lions. I was honestly really fucked up off a beatbox or lots of beatboxes at that time. So unfortunately, I don't have a clear memory of that, which is very, very unfortunate. And I'm saying it right here, right now, I'm never drinking beatbox again. I look back at the videos, I'm like, wait, I don't remember this. Thank God I have video evidence of it. I feel like if I would have been present for that, I would have said like Adventure Club probably would have been my favorite set. It's okay. I got to experience a whole new artist dimension. Like that was amazing. So that was my favorite set of the weekend. Talk about the crowd. The people at this festival were so nice. I felt nothing but high vibes, positive energy, just glowing and radiating people all weekend. Even when you're like sitting down in the crowd, some people want to come up and high five you or sprout you. And sometimes I come across videos on social media if you see people like fighting at an EDM festival. What? So I have nothing but phenomenal things to say about the Ubbi Dubbi crowd because they were amazing. Great vibes all around. The food, I am a food girly. I will always eat at a festival, and it's one of the things that I look forward to most is trying different foods every single day. Now I ate 3 different meals at this festival. One day I ate a brisket teriyaki, and then I ate a Korean corn dog and cream cheese wontons, and it came with a side of potato chips. That's kind of weird. And then I also had a slice of pizza. There's nothing to write home about. The food was just very basic. I didn't have anything that like, oh my God, this is the best thing I ever had, because I do have moments where I remember certain festival foods. Like Arc Music Festival had the best freaking festival food I've ever had in my life. I ate chicken tikka masala fries. Like Ubbi Dubbi, very basic, typical festival food, and the prices of all of that is also included in how much I spent at Ubbi Dubbi because it was pricey. The weather. So what is the weather like at the end of April in Texas? So in the daytime, it can get a little bit toasty. We were there like when it was sunny and it was a little hot. Like at one point it did get overcast. So the clouds came out and it did cool it down. So it felt good. The other thing was it was super windy, and this is a dusty ass venue. So just keep that in mind. Like thank God I had my sunglasses, but there were so many times that I just felt dust just like blowing into my eyes because of how windy it was. And by the end of both nights, my hair was just like one big ass knot because of the wind just like whipping this around. But other than that, like it didn't rain and it wasn't like too unbelievably hot, but it can get a little bit of toasty. Cell service. I didn't have any trouble with cell service really. Like I was texting a few people outside of the festival, like my friends from back home that would never believe that I was at a bass festival. Like I was messaging them. I was able to send people snaps and videos. I was like, oh my God, look where I'm at. Now, if I was like deep in the crowd somewhere, like I remember when I was in Dimensions, I was like way at the front. I couldn't send those videos, but it wasn't until I got out of the crowd that they were working. So overall, cell service worked good. Outfits. What do the people of Ubbi Dubbi wear? I feel like this is a festival with the typical raver that you would see at any other festival. I feel like EDC sets like the standard. What do people call it? Like the Met Gala of raves and festivals. Like nothing like that. I saw a lot of people casually dressed in pashminas, and I was wearing skirts and crop tops all weekend. I saw a lot of that, but then you do still see the rave girl wear with like the bodysuits or pasties. I saw a few girls in stompers, but for the most part, I feel like it was just much more of like a casual kind of laid back vibe. But don't ever let that stop you from wearing what you want to wear. Like you dress that ass up if you want to. What did I not like about Ubbi Dubbi? Pretty much the music. Don't come for me, don't get mad at me, but only because I'm not a dubstep person. I'm not a bass or wubby person. But even then, like I still made the best of it. I'm not mad that I went. I'm not mad that I experienced that. Like I made the best of it. At one point I was even kind of headbanging like I used to when I first started raving. I kind of didn't like the venue either. Like it's just like one big long strip of venue and just how dusty it gets. So again, I already made a venue tour on that, so go look at that. Honestly, if those are my only 2 complaints, then that's pretty good. Me saying I didn't like the music isn't even a real complaint just because like that's just not my style of music. I still appreciate the art of dubs and wubs and bass, but it's just not my vibe. I don't think it's fair to me to say like that's part of my dislikes, but that's truly it. But I did still experience some great music while I was there. There were some house artists, but it's absolutely predominantly bass. What did I like about Ubbi Dubbi? So I liked how amazing the people were. Just good vibes all around. Didn't see any issues at all with anyone. Plur still very much alive. Even though I didn't like the venue, it still had a very like small and intimate feeling. That's what this festival gave off. Just very small, intimate, like we're all friends. So I really liked that vibe. Do I recommend that you go to Ubbi Dubbi? I say yes if you are a bass head, if you like dubstep, if you like the wubs and dubs and bass, absolutely 1000%. Even if you live in another state, I think it'd be worth it to travel. Like just look up the past lineups. I'm sure some of your favorite bass artists are on there. And just because like the vibe is good, it's in a good location in Fort Worth. Like that kind of sounds random if you don't know anything about Fort Worth, but like it being so close to downtown, like there's plenty of stuff to do. It's easy to get in and out of. The crowd was great. So overall, yes, if you are a bass head, then I say definitely go. Now, if you're on the more of the house and techno and tech house side, then probably no. Would I do it again? No. I've said this so many times on this channel. I'm a one and done type girly. I'm at a point in my life where I only need to experience a festival one time. And even if I love it, I'm not in any hurry to go back to it. Like I loved ARC Music Festival so much in Chicago, but I'm not in any hurry to go back. I have a list of festivals that I want to go to. I have to keep dancing across the globe one festival at a time, and repeating festivals just isn't part of what I'm doing right now. Thank you guys for watching. This is the end of the Ubbi Dubbi series. Now the next big festival series is going to be my movement series at the end of May, but I do have some events that I'm going to make some videos on in between. In the meantime, we have Seismic Spring coming up here in Austin, Texas, which is a house and techno event, so I'm back in my element, so stay tuned for that. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.